Out here today in my test garden. I'm going to do a couple videos of the ORX and the Deus head to head on some targets. I've got a couple old coins, 1851 trime, 1853 half dime, 1856 dime, a Confederate Army Officer's coat button, and flying eagle. I'm going to test all these targets against or up against iron and coal. What we deal with here in Savannah and in the South here in a lot of these sites is pieces of coal that are setting off the detectors. Anyway, iron and coal, those are the big ones that give good signals a lot of times. So we'll see. Stand by. We'll first use the ORX and just go through some of these signals. It's on 203. We've got the round coil today. All right, we're gonna go coin fast. We'll just keep it on coin fast. Okay. Go just 10. 14 kilohertz, sensitivity 90, iron volume on, reactivity 3, just 10, keep it simple. 87 ground bounce. Coal gives a 23. 25. Iron. 83 for the Confederate Officer's button. 40 for this piece of coal. Each individual one here is the half dime. 85. There's the dime. 89. This is a real, half real. 82. Flying eagle. 75. And the trime. 75. Flying eagle and trime. That's at 74 or 14 kilohertz. Let's raise it up. .3 is not my favorite, so I like to go to 26.6. Let's see what these do now. Goes up a little bit, 89. Oh. 75 still. For the 81. For the real. Trime. 75. So ID norm is on for sure. 83 for the half dime, the dime. 89. Yeah, that's interesting. So definitely the ID norm is on. Iron 34, 29, which is an advantage. Okay, so ORX. Bug flying in my mouth. Go 54 kilohertz. Whoops. Probably see these bugs flying around. 26. I don't like the way this thing does this. 54. Yep, 89. Still, it's going to be the same. This ID norm is on, so it's all the same for these. So, next to iron, next to coke. Dang gone. Bugs are horrible right now. Look at them flying around my face. That's a 54. You're not getting it at all. That's interesting. That's very interesting. Coal right next to it. Let's try to go down. 26 kilohertz. Gets it right there, but it's lowering it. That coal's, no? You're getting it. Getting it now. Let's introduce some iron in there too. This way. Down to 14. Gets it when you get to the edge of the coil. Let's do this. So let's go up in frequency and see if that helps. Oh, hit it off, hold on. So iron over it, no good. Hey, gone. Getting a little bit there. Kilohertz. Gosh, bugs. I'm not getting it at all. Maybe a little bit. See if I can go 26 kilohertz. Yep. Getting it there. .26 kilohertz is better. Now, 54. It gets that high tone in there. Hear that? Wow. That is amazing. I hear it. Each individual one. I don't know if any other detector can do that. I mean, I hear all 5 of them. They're all different. That big old piece of coal that's a toughie. All right, let's see the Deus. Oh, you know what? Let's see let's see the dime in there. 54 kilohertz. Let's move that coal out of there. Put a small piece of coal in there. See what happens right here. Still gets it. Getting it right there. Right in the middle of the coil though, not at the edge. Wow, that's interesting. Something to note. Daggone it. Oh man, these bugs are horrible. When there's some distance between the pieces of different metal, you can actually get the edge of the coil to sound off. Sand gnats are just eating me up here. I gotta go. Let's go down 26. Gets it. That's interesting though. Not the edge, just in the middle. Just in the middle of the coil. But it's smacking it. Smacking that silver dime. Just in the middle. Likes it right there. Alright, let's try 14. Gets it good. This is a real case scenario. In the field, this could actually happen. It does happen. Coal next to iron, next to a good target. Deus time. 3-tone. We're going to go ahead and jack this down to 30 or 40, which is where I usually hunt in these trashy sites. Iron volume will stay at 3. Reactivity 3. Audio response 4. Ground balance 7. Getting it, smacking it. Smacking that dime right there. Whoops. Keep hitting it. Problem is, I wish it gets closer. Throw it out. Still getting it right there at the edge. Now it misses it in the middle. It's interesting. So let's see what it does. Frequency 54. Frequency, whoops, what the heck? Frequency down 14. Ground balance changed on me again. It's kind of weird with the numbers, but it is smacking it right there. Misses it, gets it in the middle of the coil. The numbers are weird though. So it's kind of an iffy signal. That's not. But the numbers are all messed up on the VDI. Big time. Here this thing's going again. Man. Up to 14. Let's try 26. Ah, biting me. Try 54. I usually hunt at 26, so let's see. Get almost a little bit faster with the ORX. About the same. Pitch program 26. Almost sounds faster. The pitch program coal sounds like a target, and that's one of the issues. Now, with this 3-tone program, it's right there at the edge, 40. Iron. So, Confederate button in the middle of all this. Not hearing it. Smacking it there. Getting it up here. That's about 9 inches, 10 inches more or more off. That's with 26 Let's jump it down to 14. Is a smacking it there too. Even though it's right next to iron, it's smacking it right there. A 3-tone program. Getting it all the way around. With that small piece of coal there. Get it. That's with 14. Let's try 26 again all the way around. Wait, let's go back to 14 at this angle. Gets a little bit. 14 might have an advantage. It just down the barrel be able to right here. Still getting it. Let's see. 26. Gets it, smacks it. Gotta go a little slower. Well, it's got a 0 in on it. Let's try 54. .54 is not as good as a signal. You get it. But .54, tough. And that's a high conductor, so next to coal and iron, square nail. Let's introduce some more nails. Likes that daggone low conductor on these. So 14 kilohertz. Let's try expert 13. Let's try that one. 13.3. Sounds really good when I get it. Could be that these are just high conductors. Let's get a low conductor in there, a mid conductor. Let's put that flying eagle in there and see what happens. Missing it. Let's see if this actually goes. 26 gets better. Oh yeah, smacking it. At the edge it doesn't do it, just in the middle of the coil. Or right above the middle. And that 54. Not really. Still, I guess, consider like a mid to high conductor on that. Let's see if silver goes harder for it to do it. Man, I'm getting destroyed. Put the dime in there. Let's see what happens. Man, I'm not getting it. Barely. Not really. Alright, let's try 26. Right there, I can get it. In between, right above the HF and the coil, on the coil, where it's written. Right about where the coil says coil on the label. That's where I can get it. So let's go back. Whoops. Touchy on this thing. Let's go to 54. I can get it. Same spot on the coil. But let's go, let's try it. It's not easy to get it. Let's try this. 13.3. Gets on the HF even. So yeah, high conductors, it's a little bit better, which makes sense. Put that Confederate button back up on there and see what happens. Ugh. Smacks it. 26. Smacks it. Sounds really good. 54. Now this is gonna, not getting it. Right there, it's getting it. It's a quick, not as good as sound. Smacking it there, but right in this angle, it's tough right there for that. Go back down to 26. Smacking it. That's weird. 13. Now that's at 3. 3 reactivity. 2, it's going to be even tougher. Let's try 2 reactivity. Hopefully it doesn't change my ground balance. Oh, good. And this is at 20. No, it's 13.3. 13.3, 26. It's okay. 2's not great. Get up here. Gotta slow it down a little bit. 54. Just slow it down quite a bit. Alright, so I got a silver dime out here and a silver quarter. Silver quarter, silver dime right over here. Which about 10 inches to 11 inches deep. 13. And 2. That's a diggable signal. Let's try 3. Reactivity 3. Get about the same. Close. Made a little bit better with 2, but 3. I'm getting whisper. It's a whisper. So audio response, if I bring that up to 5, it definitely gets better. You can see how audio response makes a big difference on depth. Big difference. Which when I'm hunting not so much trashy sites and the parks, I'm jacking that audio response up to at least 5. Just the way it is. Let's go back to the ORX. Coin fast again. 10 disc. 14. Let's just drop that down to 13. 3. As I had it on the other one, so we can compare the exact signals. Reactivity 3, 90 sensitivity, 87 ground balance. Okay. I would say audio response for the ORX is at 4, just based on the sound of that, but it is getting it. And it's really getting it. It's just a very faint one, but it sounds really good. You can see VDI's even coming up, and that's a 10-inch. These are each 10-inch dime, 10-inch silver quarters. These are silver. It's impressive. That's at 13.3. That's impressive. That's really impressive. All right, we'll go up. 26, which is what I like to hunt. Thirteen's really impressive on this button. Maybe punting with 13 more often, or 14 on these relics sites. But the pewters really sound really good with this higher frequency. Let's try 54 again. And really, you know, EMI is a big factor too. So EMI typically is better with the higher frequency. It's less prevalent and with a higher frequency. It's getting it, but not really good. Gotta slow up. Still pretty impressive. Very impressive. Iron nails. Alright, let's introduce a couple more iron nails into here. Let's see if we can still get this thing. Can get it, it's slow. Okay. Go to 26. Jeez. Gets it perfectly. $13. Gets it good. That's impressive. Let's try a diamond there. Let's try the real. Let's try the real. Not getting it. It's the real. Not getting that. So let's try 26. Not getting that. Getting it there. Get there a little bit. $26, $54. Nothing. Just a little bit right there. That's what you see there. ORX.